Damn, my camera's not showing up. Damn, my camera's not showing up. I'm trying to fix my camera. I don't know what the hell's going on. There we go. Finally! Three-hour gym session. You're a savage. Gold. All-time highs. It pushed since the open because Trump added 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum yet. I had buys here. I had sells here. We rallied 630 pips. What have you guys taken today? I was trading the Nasdaq and I caught this push up here. Hell yeah. I caught 40 pips on this push here. My runner got taken out break even, but once I saw that we closed doji here again, I had another buy stop on the rebreak of the high. And then this one candle here in 1 minute, check this out. Look at this 1 minute candle. So I had a buy stop here. I had a buy stop. Where was it? I think I had a buy here. I closed it once it ran. On this pullback, I had, and then once I saw this pullback and closure back above, I had another buy stop here. And then I caught this push here. This one candle pushed 106 pips. I caught 75 pips in 1 minute here. 75 pips in 1 minute. It was insane. So we are at the daily high now. Let's see what we do here. Nice, nice, nice. You guys are killing it. Holy shit, look at that. A buy stop here in the rebreak of the high wouldn't have been bad, but we were pretty close to the hourly closure. We have 5 minutes for the hourly closure. The 5 minutes are closing with no top wick. 15-minute no top wick. So this push is just fucking volume. Yeah, once we had this closure here, we could have taken a rebreak of the high. Just because it's all-time highs. Yeah, I'm not taking until the 1 hour close. Yeah, I feel you. The DXY gapped up, we filled the gap down and then rejected and came back up. We're starting to create higher highs and higher lows. But this is like very low volume here. Very bad movement all day today. After 10 a.m. after 10 that we drove up, it's just been trash consolidation here. We're headed towards some sort of resistance here on the dollar while consolidating as gold is flying up. Three minutes. What are you gonna do, gold? Look at that dump. Alright, hourly closure. Price came up to create a top wick first. We're shitty. If it would have created a bottom wick first, I would have had a flip on the rebreak of the high. What's up, Hank? What's up? Trash.
All right, ladies, says.
You can only do so if you bought them under your LLC. I believe. If it's not under an LLC name, then I don't think so. What's going on? Bet. So this daily is just flying up without a bottom wick. The previous daily closed with no top wick, which is very, very different than what these days here did. All these days here had enough range pullbacks and things like that. We had tops and bottom wicks on all these days. Once we saw something like this, we kind of saw a plummet and a real deep pullback before a continuation the last time the daily closed like this. We kind of see the same thing here when the daily closed with no top wick. This candle came up, created a nice steep top wick, and then pulled back pretty steep. So depending on where this top wick is, we could see the same sort of pullback. So from this high to this low, we had 500 pips. So we can have some sort of pretty steep pullback if we can identify the high here. So until then, we can continue taking buys until that point. Hmm. I'm gonna attempt a buy here to retest the highs. And we filled the range basically. And break even here. That should have been a closure at 10 pips. I kind of hesitated a little bit there. See if we can get a pop. Break the highs, bitch. Come on. Give us a fucking banger. And I'm closing full here at 20 pips. Hey, Jay, beautiful. 20 pips on the dot for the both of us. I gotta add yesterday's win to the, or Friday's win. Hell yeah. Price action at its finest. Technically, since my entry was so early, I could have closed half my positions there and left the other half running. Um, but bro, I just finally got this account back above water. I'm back in profit on the account. I'm over 100 pip. I'm sorry, I'm over, yeah, 100 pips in profit on the account. So I just added another 20 pips in profit. I'm gonna keep collecting these wins. And stacking them up. And technically, that one we held it longer than usual because a lot of the times you see a closure or a stacked closure at 10 pips. And I held that one for the full 20. Nice. Damn, that gave me 29 pips. No, sorry, I'm tripping. 17 pips with the math. But yeah, look, with the where my entry was, I could have held another one for 33 pips, an extra 10 pips. Yeah, my just this 1 minute candle refilled my entire range. That's why I went break even. It filled up pretty much 90% of the range. That's why I went break even there. Look at that. What a great entry. I'm waiting for a break back above these levels to mimic the same push that we had here on NQ. How we hit this level, we had that massive pullback and then that second retest of that level during 10 a.m. is what I'm looking to get over here. I'm looking to see if we can actually start coming up here to break these highs. Because if we don't, I know this is a very strong area of volume, so this could be where price decides to reject. Everyone ate for sure. Chicken time. Hell yeah. I mean, that was just a clean ass trade. Clean price action. You could have had the rebreak of the high to here to all time highs, which is also one of my entries, which still gave us 30 pips. Still a solid entry. And this one rode 13 pips before the pullback. So even then, that one was still a good trade. So this is one of my entries on the rebreak of the high here, of the daily high. But the fact that we respected this previous high so cleanly, that's just perfect market structure. That's why I took a market executed there. Oof, 68 pips, whoever's holding. Whoever has that 5-minute rule, you're eating, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th minute. You should be closing right now if you got that 5-minute rule. Shit, from the entry to here, that's 73 pips, my dude. Yeah, same price action here. Yes, sir. Nice. Close full. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Now I'd like to see a pullback all the way down to here. Same concept. You can just see it, right, guys? You really wanna see this. Drive high. Where did this low tap? To the T into this zone before continuing to the upside. Where did this tap? To the T, the previous high before continuing to drive. Once we had that initial breakout here, and you can look at it on the smaller time frame. Once we had this initial breakout here, boom. Where did price pull back to? The previous high before taking off. Where did this candle pull back to? The previous high before taking off. So, I would like to see some sort of pullback down here. Like, that's what you want to see. If price is going to continue bullish, it will respect the previous high. That was the whole idea behind this 5-minute trade, right? If price is going to continue bullish, re-breaking the daily highs and continue this bullish structure, which there's a high probability that it is, what's the highest probability entry that you can take? It would be the pullback, tapping the previous resistance. You confirm that it's forming it into support on the 1-minute time frame right here, where you had the money printer basically set up right here, and I had an entry on the following candle a minute a little bit late. But you basically have the confirmation right here that the candle is using this previous resistance, turning it as support. It's using this order block that we have here. I like to look at these levels. It's using this order block right here as support. So you have one confirmation of support, one high being turned into support. So on the flip bullish here, what can you do? You can take an entry with a very small stop loss to these lows, or even push your stop loss a little bit lower, because we know you're extremely bullish, right? So you know that even if price wicks down, it'll probably wick off one of these areas before continuing down. You'll probably, so if price does come down here, this is a good risk management tips. Where would you take your pineapple, right? You know that if price is going to come down, you're going to create lower lows and lower highs. So if price comes down here, you're going to respect probably this level. You're going to create a higher low before continuing down. So where's the closest level where the higher low could be, or the most logical level? Your higher low could be somewhere here to create that double top. You see what I'm saying? You get that one high, and then if you get another, you get that double top indicating the reversal. So if it is going to reverse and a pattern like this is going to form, once you take your pineapple here, price is going to drive up pretty steep, at least to these highs or somewhere close to these highs, so you can take your exit out. Other people prefer to just have a small stop, take the loss, and then come up with a different idea later. But we're still so extremely bullish that you're respecting this previous high, you're turning it into support. So that's just a clean buy, market execute anywhere here on this flip of this 5-minute candle. You saw the 5-minute impulse out of this low here. You saw that you started to respect the SMA. You started to trend on it. So it's just clear structure. The hourly already created its bottom wick. The 30 created its bottom wick. The 15 created its bottom wick. All the candles created their wicks. So it was just a clean market structure trade on a bullish day. So this is where I would like to see that pullback to, and then see what starts to happen here. So this could be it, right? We've already ran 200 pips basically for the day. So we need some sort of major pullback here before a continuation. I mean, not really. We drove 500 pips here without pulling back, right? And today is 200, and here we did 500. So we don't need any kind of pullback just yet. But if price is going to do what it did here during Asian and London, we could easily just be continuing to take buys all night tonight. Since it hasn't come all the way back down, I'm a little sketched because we might be creating a double top here, confirming a daily high, or creating structure here, consolidating, and then, but I would like to see it just plummet down, retest these highs, and then start to come up again. Give us like a 30-minute closure here. The next 30-minute will create that bottom wick, and then we get a flip bullish.
After literally
20 seconds for this 5-minute closure. How much did you guys come out with? I wanted a steeper pullback. Even though it came down to the SMA, I might have to keep an eye on that. So they did the same thing here on the 5. Might have to keep an eye on that. The thing is that when you're trading gold at all-time highs, that we know that every time that gold likes to pull back, if it is going to continue up for the daily, we know that we're going to have an opportunity to get that pullback somewhere within the 50 to like 80 pip range. You can see it here, right? When gold had its first pullback of this 500 pip drive, we pulled back for we pulled back here for 94 pips. This pullback here was 50 pips. This pullback here was 40 pips. So if you took like a sell, like I don't know, here, you'd be in drawdown maybe like 40 pips before it pulls back 35 pips, giving you a decent pineapple here. So the thing with gold here is that these pushes to these highs, you get pretty say you took a sell here. This pullback was 109 pips before coming back down to your entry. If you would have, this one was steep though. This one was like 150 pips. But if we would have good, you could have probably had a pineapple here, and then these two entries when it came down to here, which would have put this one in profit, this one in profit, it would have probably been a break-even trade. So there's ways to manage even though at all-time highs, right? There's ways to manage. Like even here, if you would have taken a short at all-time high, what do we get? A 69 pip pullback before pulling back 40 pips. So you would have still been able to take a pineapple out. Did any of you guys leave a runner? Taking a sell. You're a fucking savage. I'm waiting on confirmation for that because like I said earlier, taking a rebreak of the high here was kind of sketchy because of the way that we're forming here, right? This could be a double top for a continuation to the downside. Especially since we're starting to slow down, we're starting to respect these highs here. We're not actually flipping. Um, so like depending on how you trade, this could be a really good entry, right? Because if you're the type of person that holds for a really long time, you have a lot of cushion for these small losses. If price does re-break the daily highs and you take a 50 pip loss, you're used to catching the entire reversals like this, the entire daily ranges. So there's really a lot of room for taking small paper cuts like this, where I'm trying to scalp the probably push below here, right? Get the confirmation of this, right? So this is how I see it. We broke the daily high. We tried to re-break it, failed. Tried to re-break it, failed. Came up and plummeted. What happened here? We came up, we broke the daily high, and we fucking flew. We re-broke the daily high here, and we fucking flew. So if we're not flying on the re-break, multiple re-break attempts, then price is likely needing a little more liquidity for the continuation. So where is it going to grab liquidity for the continuation? It could grab liquidity somewhere probably down here. That's where I'm guessing. And if you get this pullback with this push down, you have 30 pips before price starts to pull back. So you have a decent range. Unless this thing comes down, rejects this, and then starts flipping bullish, breaking the daily high, then I'm sorry, but we're respecting this support here, and then sells are a little bit tougher for me. So this area is strong. But usually I take buys into the major resistance, and then price does reverse after I finally get full confirmation for my buys. So sells might not be a bad idea. Hey yo Jay, I don't know if you're listening, but I started cooking my dog homemade food. Fully homemade. He's allergic to grain, so right now I got him broccoli, potatoes, and chicken. I have to get the omega-3 fatty acid liquid, and then that should be the full complete meal. The um frozen broccoli is cheap as fuck. And then if you go to the Spanish grocery store and you get their cuts of meat where they leave all the extra stuff in it, that's the kind that he likes. And then I'll just cook the whole chicken, boil the chicken, the potato, and the broccoli all at the same time. And then I mash it. I mash it all up, and then I make usually 2 servings or 3 servings. So he'll eat in the morning, at night, and then in the morning again, and then I'll cook it at the same time I'm cooking my dinner like I did today. He's been having too much. He's been having too much stomach issues. I'm trying this out.
Yeah, don't mash the food though, because he needs to eat with the teeth. So he has to crunch into stuff that helps the teeth. It helps clean the gums. So don't mash the stuff. Just cook it as it is, and then make sure it's not hot when you give it. You cannot feed your dog hot food, otherwise they'll puke. So
Okay.
it just has to be room temperature, or you can have it cold as well. That's totally fine.
Nice. So
Yeah, crunch into it into the chicken, but not with the bone, obviously.
yeah, I give him. Sometimes I have the chicken, and what I'll do is I'll freeze it, and then I'll let it thaw for maybe like 45 minutes, and it has like a frosty consistency, and then I'll slice that up and I'll give that to him in small treats with like a frosty consistency.
But there's an issue with that. People think that bones are good for dogs, but they're not. It's very specific types of bones.
No, I don't give him any bones. I don't give him any bones. Just he's too small for bones. That scares me.
Yeah, it's not even just that. It might choke him. That's number one for sure. But number two, the bones are brittle from the chicken. So if he chooses food for that, it'll come off into little pieces, and they can go into his bloodstream through his gums.
Yeah.
That can cut his organs severely. So
Yeah, no, fuck that.
looking for which bones are actually good for dogs. It's the big ones, you know, the big cow bones, things like that, the big huge femurs, those are the good ones. But yeah, then you could feed him something frozen. My dogs, they love frozen vegetables with some frozen steak sometimes, and they would just food like that. It works good for the teeth, and they dig into it, and they enjoy it. Yeah, it's the best thing.
Yeah, my dog hates vegetables and he hates potatoes, so I have to like mix it real good in with the yeah, cause like if I give him like a plain potato, he won't really eat it. If I give him a plain piece of broccoli, he won't eat it. But if I mix it in with the chicken, he'll eat the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure, trick them that way. What I used to do for mine is I used to put some mustard or some tomato sauce. We never had those large tomato sauce batters. You can use to cook nice meals, and then so I used to use a little bit of that and just have that taste there, so they would just eat everything. So they're not gonna eat the sauce and then pick and choose. They're just gonna dig in there. So once they get used to it and they understand the food is really good, they're not gonna go right in, they'll just eat it. And so yeah, I mean, yeah, cook it through chef for your food, and then you cook the rest at the same time. If you don't cook, you can cook, you can frozen. As long as the chicken is not raw, you're good. But steak can be raw, not a problem. Vegetables can be raw, not a problem. So good on you, man.
Yeah, by the time that his food was done, my pasta was done boiling, and then I fed him his food at the same time that I ate mine. It was the same time. I don't have to wait for it to defrost because I just cook it as it's frozen and boil it, and it defrosts and cooks at the same time. He doesn't care if it's super tender or not.
No, exactly. And if you want to have control, make sure that you're showing that you're the master. What you'll do is you'll prepare his food, your food. You'll come and you'll eat your food and show him that his food is up on the table now. Once you're eating, then give him his food. Then you show that you are the master, that you're the one who eats first. He'll always respect you going forward. He'll understand that what it is. Don't sit, shake, wait. While you're eating, he'll look at you and be like, no, oh. But then when you give him the food, he'll appreciate it that way. You always have to eat first. For the breeds of dogs that are stronger and, you know, beef or things like that, if you're talking about Chihuahua, you don't give a fuck. Your brain is public. So,
Yeah, my grandma had a Chihuahua, and that motherfucker died at 20 years old, and he was the
Yeah, I mean,
biggest
what is
asshole.
that? Yeah.
And he was the biggest asshole. And then and growing up, I'm like, oh damn, a little cute little baby Chihuahua, I want to pet him. And then he would just bite the shit out of me. And then luckily, when he got older, that he lost all of his teeth, I'm like, all right, you can't bite me now, motherfucker.
Oh man, yeah, I can remember the Chihuahuas when they
Yeah, they're either extremely pussy and scared of everything, or they're extremely mean. It's crazy.
What's your dog again?
Mine's a Shih Tzu. Well, I think he's a Shih Tzu. His parents look like Shih Tzus, but I got him from a trailer park. Huh?
So he's extra small.
Yeah, he's like 12 pounds with a bunch of hair. I shave like a pound of hair off of him every time.
Yeah, then in that case, you might not need to have him eat after you. The smaller dogs like that don't really see the world the same way as the bigger dogs or the medium dogs. So you can just give him a food.
Yeah, I try to get him to howl. I try to get him to howl to see if he howls like the bigger dogs, and he just cries.
He's a lot smaller, so obviously his portion of food should be smaller. Make sure you don't overfeed him so that he's good. And then at some point you'll just weed him off the dog food and he'll eat the food and he'll be loving it. He won't fart and smell like nasty, nasty ass. And he won't have diarrhea or anything like that. So it'll be good. But I'm happy you're taking the step to take care of yourself as well.
Yeah, he has way too much stomach issues, so if I just start giving him natural food, better stuff, there's probably no way he'll continue to have stomach issues. It's annoying. He'll be good for a couple months, and then out of nowhere, you give him like one snack or something out of his normal shit, and then he'll just have diarrhea everywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, obviously. Yeah, and within a month or so, you can weed him off of the dog food, or once the shit is done that you bought, and then just regular food.
Break even here, nice. What do you take, like a fucking a Chupapi Muñeño trade? Can't believe that guy is famous. All right. Yeah, we respected this level so cleanly. At 30 no bottom wick, but it retested the 30 open. Oh no, it didn't never retested the 30 open. Kind of. Did it retest here? Let's confirm a support here. Like if this 5 comes down and wicks the low and then flips bullish, that's not a bad entry. To retest the high one more time. But it looks like it's starting the downtrend here. Low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. If we create a lower low now, the trickle down after the fly up. If you guys are interested, Apex is still doing 80% off. All their evaluations. They're doing 1 day to pass, half price resets. I think normally resets are 85 bucks and they're resetting them for 40 bucks. Um, the lifetime activation fees have gone up. They were $85 lifetime activation fees, and they went up to 100, and now they're 125. So kind of take these more seriously. Don't gamble them. But the 150K, the 250, and the 300K are all $300 with 80% off. It comes out to like $60, $59, or something like that. Whenever I miss the entry that I wanted, I wait and see if the entry is confirmed and price is actually going to drive. Can I get a second entry or a second attempt? Which is what I did on the Nasdaq today, right? I took the buys here. I took multiple trades, right? So I took a buy here where we broke this high and price pulled back, took me out break even. I then waited for the second push right here where I took this one and this one. So I took the buy here and I took the buy here. Because I was like, all right, this could still be good, right? And then right here, if you would have taken a buy and then gotten stopped out break even, the rebreak of the high is still valid because you're confirming you're breaking above this level, you're getting a closure above, then its next candle is coming in and closing above resistance there. So you're getting enough confirmation here to know that the re-entry here is still a good idea. No bottom wick on that 30. I'm not interested in the rebreak of the high. If that 30 had a bottom wick, I would have been interested on the rebreak of the high. Just because of that bottom wick, I'm not interested. Hey, that's crazy. My win rate on stream is now 82%. I've been working hard to get this fucking win rate past 70%, bro. That extra 10% makes a big difference. When scalping, that makes a big difference. At the end of the week, that's an extra, like, a couple hundred pips. Just that 10%. That 10% is cushioned for one bad day. Instead of one bad day putting you at break even for the week, that extra 10% win rate, that one bad day still puts you in profit for the week. It's teeter-totting though. It needs to be at like 85. What up, spaceman? What do we got for news in the motherfucking morning? Tomorrow we have Fed Chair Powell testifies. Good Lord, we're about to get a testification. Guys, I've been lying to you guys. Every time I come out with a black tie, that means sells. I've been lying. Cuff me, take me to jail. My dog Chris, you missed some beautiful buys here, my broski. All of my bitches bad. Hello. Catching them ticks. No, bro. Call them pips, bro. Ticks makes me sound dirty. How many ticks did you catch today? None, bro. I washed my hair, bro. Chill. The re-break of the high there would have put me in drawdown. Shit froze on me. What? My stream? My bitrate is... My connection is spectacular. Excellent. Perfection. What's it called? How are you, brother? You still trading or no? Pull back. Give me a decent bottom wick, and then I'll take the re-break of the high. I need that retest. Is anybody still holding? You're a savage, Dev. Use the bathroom real quick. What's BTC doing? I haven't looked at Bitcoin in forever. We're just chilling. Who the fuck said Bitcoin was about to... I saw some fucking dude that goes, you know how I know that the bull is coming or the bear run is coming? I don't know what the fuck this is, bro. He's like, you see the divergence? And I'm like, the what? He's like, the divergence. And I'm like, what? The higher high? What? He's like, the divergence. That's how we know that this is coming. Jeez. It's a Mexican coin? Holy shit, bro. That shit is dumped. This one? This one? Look, diverges. Oh, this is new. This could have a final 240% pump before a dunk. And that's really what you want. So we just... We're about to have a 5-minute closure here with no top wick. But this flip would be nice if that was the beginning of a 5-minute candle. Positive RR trade. For me to get in things I wanted before, but market caps were too high. I feels you. Because right now, I'm in this, and I bought at like this level. So I rode this push. I went into DD, and then now I'm chilling. I didn't even notice this shit went into drawdown. I wasn't even looking that day. I'm down like 12%. My entry is like somewhere down here. Yeah, my entry is somewhere down here. I actually bought it here then. Before this pump. Something like that. Yeah, we literally rejected the support here. So if we come up to 152%, I'll make some moolah. I'll make a few $100. Oh, rebreak of the highs. Rebreak of the highs. I wasn't even looking at the trenches. That 5-minute flip would have been a 20 pipper. We might not have a top wick on this 4-hour. Jeez. That was a 20 pip trade on the 5-minute flip I was not looking at. Dumbass Eddie. You should have been looking. Missed out on a good trade. Missed out on this same trade. Look at that, dude. Fucking beautiful. You don't know where it's gonna go. You just know it's momentum. You just know it's gonna fly. You just know it's market structure. You just know it's gonna go. And that's it. You know you're gonna prime yourself for all the possible possibilities of entries, and you want to catch that push. 38 pip push. You could have caught any kind of push there that you wanted. Unless you have rules, right? But if we're truly bullish and this isn't the daily high, we're going to consolidate here. We're going to start creating lows here, respecting these previous resistance, and then we're going to continue up. In which case we can take advantage and get another trade. But another rebreak of the high here, now I need a pullback and then a continuation. That was the volume push pushing us out of the range. So where is this daily top wick going to be? We don't fucking know, brother. But how am I gonna know? I would prefer the DXY to bottom out. But right now DXY is heading towards major resistance. So if DXY confirms these levels as resistance, it's gonna plummet down. And what does gold do when DXY comes down? Gold comes up. That means gold's gonna continue flying up. So unless the DXY continues this bullish trend that it's on, breaking the current daily highs, pushing into this resistance, trying to grab steeper liquidity, only then will we really see gold start to come down, in my opinion. I like to see the correlation between them. Not always do you get a correlation, but majority of the time you do. Sometimes you see the dollar and gold going up at the same time. Five more minutes to the 4-hour close. We're starting to reject and come down here. Daily open, down. See what happens here at the daily lows. See if we get some sort of rejection here at the daily lows, and then maybe a push up. I can take some buys. Have you guys taken any other trades? Gold is so beautiful when it drives like this. What are we gonna do here, gold? Wait for this closure for the hourly. Just the BE before the push and the trade before the stream, you savage. Trenches, 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 trenches. 45 seconds, 45 seconds, 43, 42. 41. 36 seconds, 34 seconds. That's good. This is the pullback that we need so we can get that top wick for the hourly. Let's get a steeper pullback. Maybe we can get a bottom wick for this 30-minute. A retest of this resistance here, maybe, possibly, before a continuation up. Drop a like, gang. Hey, Chris. I know you're not watching, but you're gay. That's what happens when you don't watch. You get made fun of. I'm liking the market structure. I'm liking the rebreak of the high, but it was a higher time frame closure. It's a 4-hour closure. I need that pullback, bro. Give me that fucking pullback, dude. Shit. And off that, I'm going to close the charts. Have a wonderful night, brother. Drop a like before you go. Asian session volume, I would say 8 months out of the year, it's worth it. The other 4 months, it's kind of tripping. You just got to understand when that is and when it's happening, and save your mental capital and not strain yourself. Because Asian can either drive like this and give you a bunch of entries, or it could literally be so little volume, so like nothing, that you can go an entire night with no trades. Hey, August Fishing, you're a savage. I appreciate you. New name up on the screen. I gotta upgrade my subscription for this. Dang. What's up with my boy Randy? He hasn't been pulling up in a minute. You hasn't streamed in 4 weeks, my bro. What a bitch. What a bitch, what a bitch, what a bitch, bitch, bitch. But what can you do when price action is being whack? You do nothing. And you sit on your fucking hands and you don't take a trade. All I needed was a bottom wick to take that rebreak. All I needed was a bottom wick to take that rebreak. All I needed was nothing. I missed this entry here. I should have been in this one.
I was waiting for a bottom weight there. It went proper first, barely a bottom weight, nothing significant, and it just popped up.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's even worth looking at a bottom weight when it's pumping so much in this case, but I still wouldn't risk it because we're at all-time highs. Um, so it's just a little more difficult in that case for me to take a position, even if it pushes up, unless it retraces back after a while.
Yeah, it's
What would you be looking at if you said you wanted to be in it? What were you going to be looking at?
yeah, so it's like you're wanting to be in it and you're seeing it drive and you're like, wow, that just looks so clean. It's free pips and all I needed is just a bottom wick and I didn't get it and you're like, damn, should I still have gotten in? And you can, depending on where the 1 minute retests. That's what I like to look at. So like where was a good example? This push here. See how we had no bottom wick really here? But this candle came down and almost kind of tried to grab a bottom wick for it, but there's too much bullish momentum that it couldn't quite get there and it flipped bullish. I would have still taken a buy stop here in the rebreak of the daily high, even though we don't have a top wick here and a bottom wick here. Because the rebreak of the high would have still given you a bunch of momentum, a decent push, and we tried to grab a bottom wick for it and rejected. So it's creating a higher low technically, and then it rebreaks the high, creating a higher high. So that should give you that push. So it's about how the structure is.
Yeah, but that was before the Forex post. That was on the
Yeah, if this hourly,
55 or something.
so that's the example that I'm giving. That I would have taken this hourly push if it would have happened here on the hourly. Like if this hourly would have driven up and then pulled back something like this and then a
Yeah.
rebreak of the high, then
Yeah.
that would be the same similar situation that we got over here where we didn't quite get to that bottom wick, but we still got that push. But look how these pushes are kind of losing steam. This was like a 40 pip push for that rebroke that high, and this was a 20 pip push, and then this push was 70
That was
pips.
a big one. Yeah. That
So
was
we're
a big one. I didn't catch that. I caught the first part of it. Same with you there. But once it rebroke the high, I was like, all right, might reject any kind. I just kept pushing. I was like, oh, on, you shouldn't.
like if we kept getting these 70 pip pushes like this, rebreaking the highs, then yeah, maybe I would have disregarded that bottom wick. But like right now we're starting to like lose steam. And every rebreak of the high isn't pushing like this one. This one isn't pushing like this one. This one isn't pushing like this one. So it really depends. So we don't have to necessarily come all the way down for it, but if we can come down close, that's pretty good enough. That's good enough.
I mean, since Asian session on Sunday night, market to gold popped 800 800 and almost 850 pips. I mean, that's fucking massive. So I don't know if it'll pump up another 15 to make it an even 1,000 for 100 points and then retrace back and then retest it. But
Yeah, and that's the
it's
tricky
going to keep
part.
going up. It's pushing higher than it should, obviously, but Trump tweeting and saying all the things that he's doing is obviously helping the market move a lot.
Yeah, like yesterday, when we decided to start driving, we drove non-stop for 500 pips.
Yeah,
It just kept
yeah, it
driving.
was during London.
So like if right now market open, we could literally have that same shit happen. We've already driven 300 pips. What's another 200 pips before a pullback? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's nothing.
yeah.
Gold can literally just continue going, and if it does, I'm gonna keep looking for. I prefer this kind of structure where you're getting that big volume push, that pullback, and then like this big volume push, that pullback, and then this. But now that we're getting these minor little pullbacks, it's not the same as these. This gives you much more of like a volume push. We're starting to push away from the SMA here. Sometimes you see that, especially now that it's slowing down, losing steam, we might get a deep pullback. Yeah, the 15 is all the way down here, and the 30 is all the way down here. So that just means that gold is just flying for the fuck of it. And a good pullback will likely be to like the 4-hour SMA, which is fucking deep. I don't know if it'll get down here. That would be a bottom wick for the daily, which it can.
But you know what I like to look at is we're making all-time highs and we keep re-breaking it. If the market is being so bullish this way, the fact that it keeps going up, do you know how many people are probably in cells in massive drawdown? Because in order for us to take wins, someone has to take losses.
Yeah,
And
and
if this keeps pushing, I'm just wondering who the hell is in a cell right now thinking it'll come back down at some point. It needs a massive, massive drop, which can occur with Powell testifying tomorrow and with CPI on Wednesday. Definitely very possible, but I don't think it'll retrace 1,000 pips. It's not going to happen.
and that's the thing. Depending on your trading style, how many paper cuts can you take on your way to catching that 300, 400 pip trade, right? So like
Yeah,
when you take a trade with a one lot, and then you take a 40 pip stop, and then another 40 pip stop, and then another 40 pip stop, but then the one that you catch a full 100, 200 pips on, you scale into like a 2.5 lot in profit, and you come out in total maybe like 300 pips in profit. So you have enough cushion to keep taking those 30, 40 pip, 50 pip paper cuts to be able to finally catch that big move. And especially with these ranges now, if you that's the kind of style you have, like a market mechanic where he swings, he can take many
mm-hmm.
little paper cuts here because he's gonna hold one position all the way down for 500 pips easily,
Yeah,
and that one position will make him back all those paper cuts times 10 plus the scaled in positions inside. So it just depends how many paper cuts you're willing to take at these all-time highs to catch that major reversal. But it's not reversing like we think. Like after this 500 pip push, what do we get? 178 pip reversal? That's not enough if you were in a fuck ton of drawdown here to take a paper
yeah,
cuts all the way up. That's you have
yeah.
500 pips of range of paper cuts. You would have quit and went to bed before this happened. You would have woken up pissed off that you finally got the pullback before right after as soon as you woke up and missed it. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I took too many trades. I'll wait a little bit. I'm gonna sleep in and rest up good. And then you wake up in the morning and you miss the only 200 pip pullback that you could have made a little bit of money back on. Like this range was too
That's,
big to take those
yeah, I
paper
mean, that's
cuts.
the reason why I don't swing, because it is too difficult for me to know when is a good time for me to close at a loss. And that's one of the issues I have. So that's why I'd rather, when I'm trading and scalping, I'll know what my stop loss will be because I'm basing it on either the hour or 4 hours, so on and
Mm-hmm.
so forth.
Yeah, I like
Weekly time
the,
frame.
especially when I'm scalping. I'll go based off the most recent higher time frame low. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna use that as my first pineapple, maybe another level in between if it's like if there's any stronger levels in between, depending on the size of the stops. And if it breaks that level, that's my first shot. I'm not giving myself like 200 pips of drawdown. That's my stop. And if price decides to wick off there and start to drive up, oh, maybe I can get a reentry. That doesn't mean that my trade is invalid. Maybe the trade just needed more liquidity for a continuation up. So like if you would have taken a buy here and price came all the way down here and this wick would have taken you out, you could have still taken the buy up here. This was 92 pips. So if you would have said, nah, this low at 100 pips, fuck it, you could have taken this one, boom. On the pullback, respecting this low, you could have taken another trade, boom. And then another continuation here, boom. And then the 100 pips you lost here, you made it all back here plus more. So some other people would have been in 200 pips of drawdown and on 5 entries, so that would have technically been 500 pips of drawdown to come out in profit, probably close out an entry here for, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 pips. But I would rather take like a 50 pip loss and then where I would have pineappled, take another entry, where I would have likely pineappled, take another entry, and just continue scalping, knowing that I need to get better at sniping the push so that I'm not getting pulled back in drawdown. Because if you're getting the proper entries, this is what you're looking at, right? What's the sense of me having a 150 pip drawdown if the entry that I'm looking for looks like this? Where's the 100 pips of drawdown that I need to catch this entry? I don't. So if my trade goes into 100 pips of drawdown, my idea is wrong. So I need to work on bettering my win rate. And like right now, my win rate is 82%. So the better my win rate and the higher my win rate, the lower I can set my stops because I know that I'm sniping these kinds of entries much more often. And that's what I'm really, really trying to track and look for. All my screenshots that I ever upload, the majority look like this, look like a variation of this, 99%. So if I can keep sniping this kind of entry, I can continue lowering my stops and lowering my stops and lowering my stops. And what do I say? Oh shit, if every 8 trades I hit this and only 2 trades it goes into like 50 pips of drawdown, I can take, you know, 100 pips loss within 2 trades. If every trade after that I'm making 20 30 pips, 20 30 pips, 20 30 pips, 20 30 pips, it'll completely make up for it. And then at that point I can say, okay, cool, if the majority of my stops are like 50 pips, maybe I can start upping my risk now and raising my lot size. The smaller my lot size get, the smaller my stops get. And this is just going to continue.
If you reuse the same entries that you have, they're going to recreate themselves. They're going to happen a lot of times. So, I mean, this bitch is still pumping. It's insane. I mean, the last 5 opened no bottom weight, closed with a top weight. This new 15 opened no bottom weight. Listen, it's a massive range that we have. So obviously, should be for really a massive movement in during the New Year session because obviously the power testifies. I think the last time he did it was what 6 months ago or so, and the market just went ballistic. But he didn't have something power at the time either.
See, without these,
the positions down because there's no bottom right.
yeah, exactly. Without structure, it's suspect.
You know, FOMO is really hard, but I'm just like, you know what? I like the way I made, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Just try to push. When it retraces, then I can get something nice on a new, 30 open or something like that with nice bottom move. Then I can get in on it and hopefully reach over range. That's the idea. But a lot of people don't think about it that way.
Yeah, and even
it's a very simple process.
Yeah.
It works 99.99% of the time. You can't always control everything.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when it goes up, people say, oh, it's going up, so maybe get in. Yeah, I mean, really the range, those are obviously the majority of the people.
Look.
They're not aware of.
Where is the chapter of greed? And this talks about the nature of greed, and it talks specifically about that. It's on page 56. See if I can find it real quick. It talks specifically about I think the market is controllable. I think I can understand the flow of the market. Whenever it goes higher or lower, I can predict it. Staring at my screen, snapping at people as soon as someone talks to me, like when you start to get angry. Like this literally maps out everything that we're talking about. Like greed level second version. Logging into my brokerage account, having a brief look at the P&L. I'm currently running in a trade, feeling good if it's positive, but not negatively impacted if it's a loss. Like these are like, bro, it starts talking, it goes deep. Describe the quality of your decision-making, perception of the market opportunities. Like this is how this book really makes you a better trader. Emotional thinking about past losses.
It is what it is because we are emotional, because we are greedy, because
Look,
human nature is the same for most people, and so we can all, see ourselves within situations like that. So
look at this.
yeah, I mean, greed is one of the seven deadly sins, not for nothing.
Look,
It
mostly
has to
focused on
explain that.
guaranteed profits or breaking even. That comes from a lack of reassurance of your edge. Because if you know that you have a high probability win rate and you know that the probability of your trade hitting 30 pips is 80%, why are you not holding for at least 80% of that move or 70% of that move? You should be trying to hold longer and lose less the more you go, not going to deeper drawdown the more you trade. That's you want to be more correct than not. I'd rather have like an 80% win rate, but not go into like 200, 300 pips of drawdown and have like a 90% win rate holding that much drawdown. Like no longer
Yeah.
thinking at all like this. I stopped at the greed part because I have to just reread it over and over and over again. Like you have your A game, your B game, your C game. Mental or emotional flaws cause your emotions to be too intense or your energy was too low. Like you really have to like tilt level. It talks about the different levels of tilting, gripping the mouse tighter, moving it like I'm searching for a trade that may not be there, clicking my chart DOM but not doing any analysis, wondering why is nothing presenting itself to me, the tension in my head, taking mediocre trades and getting stopped out. If I didn't use a stop, price goes through where I should have gotten out, but I hold tension in my head turns into heat, bro. This shit just keeps going. That's what
I like that. That's absolutely fascinating. I like how it's played because, I mean, today, for example, Brad, we were on the chart for 2.5 hours. We didn't take a single trade until the last second where he's like, all right, I'm done, and then something, presented itself. And we took a position after that in the signal channel. However, I haven't taken positions during the day, but guessing, he's not jittering, he's not going formal, he's not like, oh, this is a position that needs to. He's just letting the market do what it needs to do and then taking this position. That takes a lot of practice. That takes a lot of analysis so you understand how bad it feels. And of course, we know wins because you know how gratifying it is when you take the position that you need. And most people don't know how to do that. So, yeah, he said it extremely well.
this is what he's doing. The
And
inchworm concept. The inchworm concept is lit. Yep.
Closed no bottom break, and now the new five open no bottom break.
Say that again. Hold on. My speakers are muffling. There you go. Say it again.
No, I was just saying that the 15 was bullish no bottom break, and then it closed after it flipped. The 15 flipped and then closed no bottom break, and now the 5 open no bottom break here. It looks like we might have a little bit of a high there.
So
getting a little smaller.
yeah, for me to take like sells, I would like to see. Oh, did my shit freeze?
That's light pattern here. It's looking nice. I don't know if you see it.
Say it again.
Three-legged pattern
This.
over the last 30 minutes. It's looking nice. I just don't know if it'll still keep pushing up right now or if it'll come back down.
And we gapped, and we have a gap to fill. It's gotta come down and fill this gap.
That's what I'm saying. That's the beginning of the first leg. That's the one.
I don't think gold has ever.
29.8.
I don't think gold has ever created a gap that it's never filled. Okay, so our 4 hour has no bottom wick here. We have no support at all on the way up here, besides these minor levels here. Are we still trending here? What's the new trend? Yeah, we're about to have a 30-minute closure. The 30 minutes closing with no bottom wick, but our 15 is going to give us a decent resistance here. We also got a resistance here as well, and it still kept driving on the 15. I would like it to like if we look at the last time we rejected all-time highs, I guess this was the last time that we rejected and really pulled back. Look at how much consolidation before it actually. I want to look at this. Where'd it go? Oh well. This is a 49 pip pullback. The last pullback, it ranged for 150 pips before continuing down. So where's 150 pips here? Probably to the bottom of this range. What makes sense for it to come all the way back down here to make a bottom wick for this level. It just makes perfect sense for it to come all the way down here. Wick it and then retest and then bounce back up. Do its consolidation, and then tomorrow we wake up somewhere in this range and then we get that dump for news. So like if this tries to come up, re-break the high, and then starts to reject again, that could be some decent sells. What'd you guys think of the halftime show? I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I'm not a big fan of rappers live. Their voice is kind of trash in person. Right? Yeah, like they could have turned up the mic. I don't know. I'm not a fan of rappers at all in person. I don't know. Like every time that I see like my friends at concerts and I can hear the person's voice, I'm like, that sounds kind of trash. Like I'm not really interested in listening to the trash version of their song just because it's live. I'd rather listen to the good version in my car. I'm not a fan of going to pay to go see musicians. I did that for a long time, going to Life in Color and all these different raves. In Florida, we used to have this place called Club Cinema. And this was the craziest club that you've ever seen. I'm not gonna play the song, but literally, I don't even know if you can. No, you can't even see it. But look at this. This was all inside. Yeah, too much data going on. Look at this. Look at all the people here. Look at the second floor, fully packed all the way around. So at the time, Young Thug, XXX Tentacion, all these guys were coming up and they were all playing there. So you would go, we literally went to go see Young Thug there for like my first concert ever, and we went to go see Young Thug. Young Thug pulls up, he plays one CD of his mixtape, and then he dips. Well, at the time I was 17, 18 years old. So yeah. Je crois bien que
Yeah, I'm just talking with therapy. Slang.
French is something that I really would love to learn, but I think Portuguese would do me more good.
Yeah, Portuguese is very difficult. I'm having a hard time. But everybody speaks English at some point.
I don't know for I don't know if it's for Cubans, but I know a bunch of Cubans who damn, did we just get the money printer? Ah,
I was saying that the 30 just closed and just pumped, but it didn't have a bottom. Pumped up.
like at Cuba, I know a lot of people who at the time they thought that Canada was the next big thing, so they learned French and they learned French faster than they learned English. And then they went to Canada and they're like, "Holy crap." And then they came back to the States. Damn, that money printer. I was gonna market execute some cells. Now this opened up with no top hook. We created a top hook and then flipped bearish. Taking a short here with tiny stops on the rebreak of the high. Worst case, maybe giving yourself an extra 20 pips. Would have been nice. It drove 15 pips from that entry. 20 pips.
Yeah, but you'd be closing now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe targeting this no bottom wick, I would probably leave a runner. We broke this low. So if we don't respect this as a support, it's probably going to come down.
Another 40 pips.
On MGC, it's less than that. It's like 20 pips. Oh, where's the bottom wick? Oh. So we have, if it doesn't respect this level, we have either this level here, and if it does, so it could respect either one of these two. That's how I would look at it. Because if we respect this, then we're respecting this as a lower low and as a support for a continuation up. But if we disrespect it and then keep coming down and we disrespect this, then we can say, oh shit, now we're starting to disrespect all these supports that it formed on the way up. Let's get a higher time frame closure, top wick, and then a sell. Like on the 15, this wouldn't have been a bad sell. If we had a resistance here and this happened on the 15-minute, that would have been a good sell. Well, it's just that nothing else is aligning, so we're starting to. Yeah, look, it looks like it's about to dump the full 40 pips. That's why that money printer is such a decent play, right? We had barely a top weight closure here, and the money printer formed right here. So taking a sell here, by the time that you fill the range, you break even. And if it is a valid money printer, you're gonna get that dump to fill these higher time frame candles with no wicks.
Bro, I just fucking took it.
Beautiful.
I just took it. I just took it. It just popped and I just fucking closed.
Beautiful.
Holy shit, I just got fucking 80 on that one. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I stacked. Oh my god, bro.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, bro, I got 78.
Hell yeah. The money printer is what I was looking at. I was so close. I saw it like right here, right? And then but I saw it on XAU. And then when I looked over here to press the sell, it wasn't my normal thing. So then I went back and then it dumped to like right here to the white line. And I was like, oh, that already filled the range I was looking at. Because I was like here, the range would have still been 13 pips. Hell yeah. That's beautiful.
Man, it's still going. It actually even broke lower. Oh, yeah, no way. What the hell is going on? Oh
It didn't close you out?
I closed myself. I closed it all. I closed full, and then, shit, it went even lower. God damn it. It closed, what, 30 pips lower? Yeah. I didn't even leave a run, not 50 pips lower. What the hell? So, you know the line. But I think this is where we have a resistance here. That's where we deal with students.
But yeah, right. Like as soon as I said it, if there was a resistance here, this would have been a perfect, beautiful sell. The only I would have taken those sells. Exactly. That this is the entry that I was looking at, but I slept it. I was kind of analyzing too much and not thinking. 5 no bottom wick. Are we gonna respect this as a support now to continue up? That'd be wild. That would be wild. But yeah, like what I was saying earlier, kind of needs to come down to these levels here to really give you proper structure before continuing up. And is it gonna fucking do it on one candle? What is it doing?
What the hell is that?
It's literally right back at our entry from earlier.
Bro, in fucking 5 candles, it just dropped 200 pips.
And this is Asian session for you. And this is why we pull up and we show up at least to watch, because you never know. You never know when this is gonna happen. Like on NQ, when I caught 75 pips, the same thing happened to me, bro. I caught 75 pips in 1 minute. In one 1 minute candle, it drove 75 pips. This is the candle that I caught right here, and I'm gonna measure it out for you right now. I took the rebreak of the high right here. One candle drove 85 pips. And once at the high, it was like at 75, and I full closed at 75. One candle, 85 pips. That same thing. I entered, and then within like 3 or 4 seconds, it just went instant close. That was beautiful. That just liquidated a lot of people, I'm sure. That was literally everybody that got stopped out right here likely took buys right here to try to make their shit back. And then they tried to hold the same distance as this and failed and got liquidated twice. This is all that I'm thinking of right now. Shorts getting liquidated right here. Motherfuckers took longs. They took longs right here, trying to get it, try to get in again, and got liquidated once again. That's all that I see. That's why we have such violence here. That's what it has to be. Hell yeah, Drizzy, what'd you do? You stacked some entries? Yeah, 'cause you told me you were taking some sells somewhere earlier, like over here. Yeah, stacked on the way up. Nice. Nice. And we're coming down for the daily low. Holy shit. That's fucking awesome. Jeez. What the fuck? I'm afraid to even try anything.
Bro, even if it is, I mean, I don't understand how far this can go. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand. Like,
So if we come down and we re-break the daily low here, I told you we have to come fill that fucking gap. Gold never, ever, 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 ever drives and continues driving without filling that gap. It's never done it before. And what
we
happened?
did that in 9 minutes.
Yep.
What the hell? We just flipped on the daily. What?
No, it rejected my order. It's not gonna work. Fuck. Fuck. It rejected my order. What a bitch. That was 24 pips if it would have accepted my order. What a bitch. Look at that, bro. And now if we do start to come up, look at that. The exact same thing we were talking about earlier, bro. That is such a fucking clip. That is such a clip.
You tried to buy and it's not working?
No, I tried to sell right here.
And it didn't work.
Yeah, I put in a sell order and it drove in total it drove like 50 pips, but it pulled back these last 25 pips so fast that I don't think I would have caught it, so I would have only seen 20 something pips.
Still.
Yeah, if you scroll back a little bit, you'll see me try to press the sell stop and then price drives right to my entry as soon as I press this as soon as I try to I didn't want to market execute there because my spreads were high. My spreads were like 3. So I'm like, no, I'm not trying to market execute there. I'd rather have a sell stop, and that way it activates me perfectly on the price I want. And I was going based off XAU. We came down, we broke the lows, and we continued past the lows before the futures had broken the lows. The futures entry was still like somewhere right here. So futures was still slightly bullish, and that's why I put a sell stop because futures kind of slightly delays. And what did it do? It wicked, broke the low, made the daily low, and then it pulled back within 3 seconds. That would have been the world's fastest scalp. That would have been 20 pips in 1 second. Enter, close. If we continue driving here, that'd be tough. I mean, we just respected this level. We created a massive support. We're having a 15-minute closure that's coming up. So let's see if we can stay above these levels here. Get a bottom wick. And then a continuation up. Check my scalp on Discord. Bro, that's the same exact move that I was looking for. Exact same scalp, and it rejected my order. That's so sad. And we're just dumping here on the Nasdaq, man. I don't think the Nasdaq dumps for too long. Trump's got to start building these fucking AI plants or whatever that he's trying to build, that he's trying to get people to build. Yeah, see, like NQ is different, right? The last time that NQ gapped right here, what happened to the dump? We dumped over 4,000 pips. Over 4,000 pips before pulling up to fill the gap again. Are we just gonna continue up here, man? I need that 15-minute closure. I'm gonna wait. $15 closed. Hey, bro, I know you guys are using Google Translate. Don't tell me you know that straight off the dome.
Don't forget I speak 4 languages, so I'm not saying anything bad. There's no insulting like that's Eddie. No. 15 bottom went first, man.
I have a buy stop here. What happened? Did you take buys at the top before this dump? Because I would have had my heart going. You almost got GG'd. So, oh, were you in? That's annoying. Ow, fuck. At least you got out break even, bro. We were talking about selling here at the top as well. We were talking about the money printer that we were looking at here. If you were listening, we were literally talking about the money printer right here and how this would be the break-even point for the money printer, and I was going to execute a sell, and it already, by the time that happened, it already popped down to the break-even point, and then that's when I believe Jay, you said you took the sell anyways, and it dropped another 70 pips. Trust me, bro, I do the same thing. I can't have other people in my ear when I'm shitting bricks. Today when I came home that I took that Nasdaq entry, I was like, all right, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna make some coffee, and then the Nasdaq kind of pulled back like 30 pips in a single second, and then I'm like, I stopped making coffee, I stopped doing what I was doing, and then I was pacing around the living room just watching my phone. Now I'm like, all right, I have a stop loss below these lows just in case it plummets another 50 pips. And it instantly flew up 75 pips like that, like this, and I was like, bet, I'm gonna go make myself some coffee and call it a fucking day. It'd be like that, bro. And then the thing with those moments is that that's what makes or breaks you. No top wick on this 5. Are you serious? We might see a little bit of drawdown here. That money printer at a nice little level. See if we get that push. No, it took me out. What? That pulled back 10 pips? No problem, brother. That shit fucking took me out. Why? I'm gonna take a buy stop here on futures. See if we can get another push here. And that's 15 pips. And we're calling it there. We're calling that 35 pips for the night. Have a beautiful motherfucking night. It shouldn't have taken me out there, right? My entry was much lower than this, but I set my break even like 3 pips higher, and I didn't drag it down fast enough. So I should have still been in this entry from right here. So I should have still been in from right here, and I should have been able to catch the full 50 pips there. That was my fault. And you see how where it said failed market order or whatever? That's because it failed to move my stop down because it executed me on the sell stop. But that's what I'm talking about. If you were to have taken a loss there, that second push was still valid. 40 pips for Asian said, beautiful, brother. I caught 20 on that first one and then 14 on this one. So that's 34 for Asian session. I'm going to put that on stream. Being patient. I did get a little bit of FOMO, not gonna lie, watching you catch those 70 pips, especially when when I called out the same analysis and I saw the money printer and I was off by like 5 seconds. If I would have seen it 5 seconds earlier, I would have taken that trade, right? And the pop immediately would have been like 20 or 30 pips, so I would have likely closed. But man,
Yeah, I'm annoyed you couldn't get in, man. That's such a bit because it kept going down even more after that. So I didn't take a trade after that. I waited because I could have rejected any time. So yeah, the FOMO was very, very strong. And I feel you, man. But it sucks I didn't take the position. I don't know why I didn't do that. We missed out on something like that.
and I saw it too late too, and I saw it, I said, okay, cool. The money printer happened and price was right here, and then I identified where my break even point is, or where I could have had a potential break even point. So I was like, okay, cool. What is then? I measured this low, and I'm like, so look, this was the candle how I flipped, and I measured this low. I'm like, okay, cool, 15 pips, not bad. I can do that. And then I was like, all right, let me put a sell stop. And then boom, it dropped down to here. I'm like, that already hit my break even. And then I said, well, I would have been break even here by now because it's the money printer and it's really coming down to just grab some liquidity before coming up. It's like a reversal kind of trade. This is where I would go break even. If it drives, it drives, and it just drove and never came back to the money printer. But I stayed patient. I didn't let FOMO get to me, and I shouldn't have been stopped out break even here. That was a little gay. So I took the re-entry. The re-entry was still fine. It still looks good. It still looks good to continue up anyways. But it's already 10 p.m. and I promised myself I'll start getting 8 hours of sleep again instead of like 6 or 5. So once this hourly closes, I'm out. Damn, that's dope. You guys caught 40 pips tonight. Beautiful. What's that? 20. That brings the record up because it's so little. So little trades. $82.8. So it went up 0.1% with these two trades tonight. See, like 2 trades, 40 pips, 0.1%. So if you do that times 10, an extra 10%, that's an extra 400 pips having a 10% higher win rate would get me. If you just do math of averages. So that's one really bad day that I have major cushion for, or multiple bad days and still be in profit. That's why your win rate, it definitely matters, but it also matters on your historical. How are you right? If I'm right for 10 pips or if I'm right for 100 pips, that's the difference. See, 50% of the time I'm right for 10 pips. The other 50% of the time I'm right for fucking 230 pips. So you have to like really pay attention to that and say, okay, cool. If it's 50-50, I should be having 4 contracts, prioritizing 3 and leaving 1 at all times. These 3 contracts would have made me 30 pips. And then this other 0.1, if you just held it to the first major pullback like this, where it broke the trend finally, you would get 220 pips. So divide that by 3. So that's the same thing as catching 73 pips on a full position. So you caught 30 pips here and then 73 pips on the next one. So that's 100 pips basically in total in one position. And all you did was just scalp this little bit and leave a runner. Those runners make a massive difference. But hourly's about to close in 2 minutes. We just wicked this daily low. With the hourly closing like this, we've already retested the previous resistance. The 30-minute is closing above this little order block area that we have here. The 15 did close using that as a support. It didn't close below this area. So this candle is coming down. Maybe it needs a little more liquidity before coming up. But if we do come up tonight, we're probably going to see another retest of this area here before starting to come up again. And we're probably going to see some push up here, some movement up. Right? If we get a retest of these lows and then a push up, breaking the trend line, closing back above this resistance here, which is the same thing as breaking the trend line. Hell yeah, 60 or 70 pips, nice. I'm gonna go downstairs. I already ate dinner. I ate some nice ass pasta, but I need more protein, so I'm gonna go make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and eat some yogurt, Greek yogurt. If you guys eat protein and need protein, don't buy protein shakes. Or sorry, eat protein bars. They're trash. A protein bar is like 230 calories for 20 grams of protein. That's garbage. And it has a bunch of sugar, it has extra carbs, trash you don't need. Greek yogurt has 13 grams of protein for every 100 calories. So for 26 grams of protein, you can it's 200 calories. So it's less calories than a protein bar, and it's more protein than the protein bar. So if you don't like the plain Greek yogurt, I have these squirters that are for water, and they flavor water, and they're 0 calories. You can take like the strawberry flavored ones, or the blueberry flavored ones, or the strawberry lemonade flavored ones, whatever flavor that you prefer. Pour it into the Greek yogurt, and the entire Greek yogurt changes flavors into that, and that the whole thing is 0 calories. So instead of getting the flavored Greek yogurt that's more calories, you can have even less calories and more protein by flavoring it yourself. And Greek yogurt is amazing consistency. And if you freeze it, it's it's very tasty ice cream. It's not like ice cream quite, but it's very good. Like you can make your own ice cream as well using guar gum or xanthan gum. If you take milk or water and you put a bunch of fruit, all the mixtures of your favorite fruit, mix it with xanthan gum. When you freeze it, it'll come out as thick as ice cream, and then you'll be able to eat it like ice cream. If you mix it with water, it'll come out like a frosty. If you do it with whole milk, it'll come out like regular ice cream. Yeah, protein bar, and protein bars aren't that tasty, bro. Eating pure protein, like protein shakes, also don't taste that good. You need to mix it with stuff. So like I've found that these 0 calorie sweeteners, or these 0 calorie flavor packets or flavor squirters, like the Mio and shit like that, that stuff is really helpful. My girlfriend is taking this natural fat burner that basically acts like a sponge in your stomach, and it absorbs water. It absorbs 100 times its weight in water. So it's basically like a fiber type supplement, and it absorbs 100 times its weight in water, expanding your stomach and giving you more of a full feeling when you eat meals and when you drink a lot of water. So for her to drink a lot of water that's 0 calories, she just gets bottles of water, puts 2 squirts of the flavored Kool-Aid or the strawberry lemonade one, and then it's literally strawberry lemonade, 0 calories. And she can drink more of the drink and actually have the effect of the fat burner. It's not really a fat burner, it's an appetite suppressant, because it keeps your stomach a little bit more full with water. Throughout the day, your meals keep you fuller, and it's not like hormonal changing or anything like that. If you stop using it within 6 or 7 hours, you urinate all the water out. I like natural supplements, natural fiber supplements like that help burn fat. She lost 30 pounds, no Ozempic, none of that. Non-hormonal, all natural. NQ did not do fucking shit that I wanted tonight. I was not trying to take sales with no top wick on the daily. But see, the more I analyze, the more I see that it might not have been necessary. So if you're still paying attention, right, you see how we gapped right here down tonight? When you look at the history, what do you see, bro? You see price tap this level and rejected it hard as fuck. Where did price create a support? Right here. Where did price create a support? Wicked off this area. Where did price reject the high before coming back down? We have wicks from here. We have wicks a high here, but we have wicks here, here, and here. And what did price do? The same area. So we rejected the same average price point, rejected the same average price point before continuing down to these lows here. So we have a possibility of coming down to these lows here, or if price wants to continue bullish at lowest minimum point, this low here, right? So just because we don't have the top wick on the daily, we don't necessarily need it, because we did come up, attempted to grab a top wick, and then continued down, respecting these levels so cleanly. So you were literally mimicking this entire price movement here, especially with the volume. So that's something that I probably didn't see further on. I wasn't analyzing NQ too deeply. But you can literally see price point for price point is doing the same exact thing. That's why I like historical price action, because it gives me an idea of what price has done in the past and what it could possibly do. See how we had that high up there? Boom. Same high, same low. You see, once you draw it with arrows to the highs, it's the exact same fucking price. That's historical price action, and this is why price action works. When you start getting movement like this, bro, you can anticipate these kind of entries, and even if you're wrong, where's your stops? I mean, you have tiny little stops here, bro. I mean, this is just clean, bro. But all right, gang, I'm gonna call it here. Have a wonderful night. We caught 40 pips this session. 40 pips. So that means that we've officially made back the loss from that other stream, and we are break even from that stream. And it took 2 winning days. We caught 40 pips, or sorry, it took 3 winning days. Like, we caught 20 pips one stream, 20 pips the next, and then 40 pips tonight. And that makes back the 80 that we lost. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Diddy trapped you tonight? Yeah, Diddy trapped you, sent you home, and then called the girls over. That's what he did. You saw the party having a good time after you left. After they kicked you out, you're like, ah, shit. Now is when the supermodels are coming. Have a wonderful night, bro. You came out break even. That's the most impressive part of the whole debacle. That Price gave you the opportunity to get out break even, and you took it, causing no damage but emotional distress, which can always be fixed with a good night's sleep. You came out with your account and break even, brother. That's the most important thing. Coming out alive for the next day, for the next trade. Keeping the account, not blowing it. Not being down 20% of the account because you didn't want to take a loss. You came out alive. Have a wonderful day, bro. See you tomorrow. We got some news tomorrow. Powell is going to start to speak. Let's see what he says. That's going to cause a lot of movement tomorrow. He's the kind of guy that might give us a little bit more stability in the markets. We might see gold plummet tomorrow as the indices start to come back up. if this guy starts to to give us a little bit more positive news or stable news for the economy. So I hope that's what he does, right? We're getting crazy Trump speeches over and over and over and over again. President Trump speaks, and that's causing crazy volume. So hopefully this motherfucker brings some stability into the markets. We can see gold retrace and dump. Let it consolidate here for the rest of the night. This is a good spot that it chose, right? Because if we re-break the low tomorrow, that's re-breaking the daily low during NYSE, during news. And we can get a big dump down here to retrace this entire drive up for another 200 pips. So or this whole drive that we did since Sunday, right? That's crazy that we did that Sunday. No bottom wick for the weekly. Right now, the weekly has no bottom wick, right? So, what does price usually do? We usually come back down to grab a bottom wick for that weekly. So, if you guys have some fucking balls, you would be selling right now and holding your tits off until price comes down another 650 pips. That would be a wild. That would be wild. I mean, this wouldn't be bad. If this is the top, it's for sure going to come down here eventually. And for sure, if it does retest that, all you got to do is hold 300 pips of drawdown. It's not a lot. For a potential 600. Alright, gang. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I hope you guys made some fucking money. Drop a like. Comment something on the video. Subscribe to my channel. We're going to be here every day this week. We're going to grind this account to pay out. We're going to grind it. So today was a $150 day. A beautiful day. How many trading days in a month? 25. That would be payout in 3 weeks of $1,500, which is fucking nice. So let's fucking get it, gang. Have a wonderful day. See you guys. Bro, am I gonna end it? I'm milking the viewers, bro. Chill before I ban you. I'm gonna put you in time. You know, I'm gonna pin you. Wall of shame. Have a wonderful night, bro.
She shake her bum like a non-drum, the Glocky come with a drum, I want some fun with a London gal. Take out your tongue, give you some young gal. Damn, I'm killing it till it's over. Damn, she feeling it coming closer. They so sick of it when I roll up, but they won't get rid of me, I'm a soldier. Yeah.